We're telling the world that the RioPlex is alive, that the RioPlex is not only a dream, but an actual happening, and you have to go down there. We have to explore other options, not just the northern part of Texas. I've been talking to the individuals from the Dutch embassy, and they told me that they're in trying to see what kind of business they can do in RioPlex. I told them energy, wind energy is a big, it's a big thing in the RioPlex area, and I think that could be a good opportunity for them.
Why is it important that the private sector stepped up like they did with forming RioPlex and saying, we will market this region to the world? What's RioPlex bringing to the table that wasn't there before?
That's a very good question. Sometimes when you involve just government, people tend to take sides because the government officials that got elected, not everybody elected them. So they see government like sometimes a good thing, a bad thing, depending on who you're talking to. So having the private sector be part of it, but not only on its own, but be a partner to the government or the government partner to the private sector, that brings certainty, that brings a surety that the project can flourish and work.
This event today brought at least 12, 14 consulates offices, foreign officials, representatives. Never been done for the Rio Grande Valley before. It was done outside of the valley. That was a unique point about today.
That is correct. As a matter of fact, the only European representation that we had, it was the Dutch representation, which I was talking to them. That's how I know that. And that's very interesting because Europe is looking at the Rio Grande Valley. And the rest of the world is also starting looking at the Rio Grande Valley. Not only we put in the Rio Grande Valley, RioPlex area in the map, we're making it happen. We're telling people this is who we are, this is what we do. It's not only about a region, it's not only about this people or that people, it's about all of us. Come together in a region, come together in a state, come together in a North America sector. And with that in mind, we can be stronger, starting from our own home, which is RioPlex.
We spoke to a representative from the consulate's office in Australia, and she said, we've never looked beyond the two coasts. We're interested. We want to come down and see what you have to offer. That's new. There's only one Australian company in our region, by all accounts.
Yeah, well, let me plan you one thing. In Reynosa, which borders McAllen and Hidalgo, there's a New Zealand company. And they already know about us. They already know about not only Reynosa, but they know about the RioPlex. They've been doing business for quite some time now, and they're not going anywhere. They're flourishing.
You're a specialist, a real expert on all of this, but was there anything you heard today that jumped out the page at you? Any statistics or viewpoints that you thought was super compelling?
Well, we learned about apartments being built and through the recession and the market or the interest with respect to mortgages are a little bit higher, but it could go down based on demand. I learned about gas being the byproduct of fracking oil, which now we have so much gas that we don't know where to put it. So gas is another part of energy that can be used and is not that expensive. I don't want to call it cheap, but that's not expensive. So I think I've learned those things. SpaceX, a Texas company is in the moon as we speak. And that's unheard of before. Because before, like he said, it was just countries. Now Texas is on the map and in the map of the moon. So those are the good things that is happening where? At RioPlex.
So everyone I've spoken to today has been super impressed by this conference, this summit. It was an incredible summit, unique in so many aspects. But I think there's another big conference coming up that you might want to tell us about that people should know about as well.
Well, that is a conference that we're putting together the AEM from San Antonio, AEM from McAllen. We're bringing over 12, 15 states from Mexico, all over Mexico, into the first economic binational forum in San Antonio. And we're bringing the RioPlex up to San Antonio working together with us, UTSA, UTRGV, the Tec de Monterrey, Autónoma de Nuevo León, University from Puebla, University from Guadalajara. They're all coming. On top of, that's only universities, on top of all the entrepreneurs that are coming, already have 30 assured entrepreneurs that are coming from the south of Mexico to trying to do business over here.
When is that conference and how do people learn more about it?
There's going to be through LinkedIn and Facebook that we're going to be sending, and it's going to be June the 5th, 6th, and the 7th, which is going to be 2.5 days, so people can go, not only go learn, but also can go shopping.
San Antonio, a good place for that.
Well, San Antonio has always been a place for forums, for meetings, reunions, conferences, so it will not be a good idea to have that forum anywhere else but San Antonio, which, by the way, is very close to the RioPlex.
Anything else you'd like to add, Francisco?
Just thanking, I need to thank Joaquin Spammer for all his efforts, for everything that they did, and not only him, but the sponsors, the companies that came in, the people, which some of them are friend of mine, personal friend of mine, that I just love seeing them. It was very nice having dinner with them last night and enjoying a few laughs here and there.
Thank you so much for today's interview.
Always a pleasure.